So let's cover the comments area that we want to design. So the comments area is basically just another form, not complicated, just another form. And so what I've gone and done is I've gone and I've created this table, like you see here. Table name is help desk comment, just like you see me create the others. It's also in the STM schema. Um, and all it is, if I go into it, it's just like any other form. It's got a bunch of fields. The only difference is it has to link back to its parent, okay? So you have to specify help desk ID in it, which it will actually pre-fill. You don't need to worry about it. So that is the primary key for help desk comment. That is its parent ID, so its parent unique identifier. And then all the comment has is a subject and an actual comment, and then the default created by fields, modified by fields, deleted fields, whatever. Okay, so it's just a normal form. So you go ahead, you design that form the way you want it to look. You could go potentially test it, but don't save anything because in itself it won't know about the parent. So if I click test here and I click say new help desk ticket, I'm not ticket, comment. See, it doesn't know anything about the parent, so you won't see the parent ID up here. Although I could put it in, as a drop down, so you could pick the parent, but then that's kind of like odd to do. It's not really the done thing, and because we want to make this a sub form, it should do all that automatically. So this is the way we do it. So after we've designed the form, set it all up. So here you can see in my filter, I'm just searching for the word help. What you could do is if you're designing your own components, you could put them in their own schemas. You could create another schema, just call it help, and then just put everything in there. Then you can just search on your schema name. But anyway, I've done it this way because I want this to be part of the system group of tables. Okay, so back to subforms. So what we'll do is we'll then go into the help desk, okay? And it's just like any other table. You can see the fields are here. Okay, I'm going to collapse them again. This toggles the fields on and off, just in case you don't know that by now. But anyway, we've got our filters in there, as you see me create them in the last video. And here's subforms, and you can see we've got no subforms. So all we do is we say, we want a new subform, please, down here. We then pick the form. So what form do you actually want to pick as its parent? So there's loads of forms, so don't go like searching through them. Just type in here and it'll do the searching for you. So you want the child to be the help desk comment. And then you've got a display template, which I haven't really gone into. The only one that's working now is subform grid. So just use subform grid just as a default, okay? And then the display type, just put it on the form. As the link, I haven't done, so just use on the form. So it puts it on the form. And then if you just want to show the detail form, you don't want to show, let's say, another grid, then you would tick this next box. So in other words, if you're going to just have a one-to-one relationship, so your parent has another table that stores parent info in it, you could tick that. So for instance, an address. So if you had like a customer and you wanted a customer address, but the address is stored in another table, then you could say show subform. But that's only if the customer ever has one address. If he has like a billing address, a postal address, a residential address, then you don't want to tick this form because he's going to have multiple addresses. If you didn't understand any of what I've just said, don't worry too much about it. Just remember that when you set up a subform, you just pick the child, you pick the display template, you pick that you want it to display on the form. Don't tick that. You can set an order number in case you have other subforms, because you can have more than one subform. Click update, and then the forms should be connected. So let's go try it. So now to test it, I wouldn't go to the help desk comment. I would go to the actual help desk because these two are now linked together. Okay. So if I scroll to the right and I then say test the form, okay, here's the form. Let's go into one. Let's go into say missed payment. Okay. And here you can see all the comments that will be stored here. Okay. Let me just position it on the form nicely. For instance, if I wanted to add another comment, I could say, yeah, and I could say, what is this about? This is about missed payment. Okay, so first payment. So my first payment was yesterday, and blah, 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 blah. Okay. Yeah, you can see I've marked all these as read only because the system's going to fill in all of those, and I'm going to just update it. Okay. So there's your first comment. And it should have actually had who created by and created date time in there. I'll look into that because that's, I'm sure I ticked pre-fill tables, pre-fill these fields. I'll double check that. But anyway, it's mainly about the comment and the subject, right? So if we click back on there, we can see our comment come back up. Okay. So if we now say a second comment, so there's a new help desk comment, and this is going to be next payment. Let's just say next payment. This is my next payment. And then blah 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 blah. Okay, update. You can see I've got 2 comments now. So this could be a conversation that's happening because you'll have the created by who created the comment. So let's go. So this is ticket 2. Let's go to ticket 1. So here you can see he also doesn't have any comments. So I'm going to say a new help desk comments, and his conversation just says test 1. Okay. So I'm going to say testing initial comment. This is my first test. Blah 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 blah, and then update. Okay, so he's got a comment in there. Let's do another one. Then I click update. So he's got his own comments stored under his ticket number 1, which records the conversation between the 2. And then this guy here, missed payments, he's got his comments. So that's basically how subforms work. And subforms work exactly the same as any other form. You can put these filters in if you like. And they will just filter on that whatever fields you specify. So that's it for subforms.